Welcome to Alejandro's Honest Reviews. I'm Alejandro, and today we're gonna review The Odyssey, written and directed by Christopher Nolan. I know what you're gonna say. The movie's been out. This is the second weekend. Little late for the review. I don't care. I have to talk about this movie. And if you haven't seen it, maybe, or if you've seen it, you might just enjoy the conversation. So let's begin. The Odyssey. It's gonna be the biggest blockbuster this summer. Doesn't feel quite like a blockbuster. Why? Because it's intelligent. Also, lack of CGI. And that's what Christopher Nolan is known for. I'm gonna admit it. I'm a Christopher Nolan fanboy. I love everything he does, okay? I'm a big fan. He can pretty much shoot paint drying, and the way he does stuff, I most likely would like it. But nevertheless, let's get into Odyssey. So Odyssey is basically the story of Homer's Odyssey, but Christopher Nolan adapted it. Odysseus, the main character, is played by Matt Damon. And then you got Anne Hathaway playing his wife, Penelope. You have Tom Holland playing his son. And as the villains, well, we have multiple. Because two stories are being told. You have the story that is happening at home, which is with Tom Holland and Anne Hathaway. And then the suitors, who, the main villains are Robert Pattinson and Corey Hawkins, alongside the other suitors who, are wreaking havoc in the castle since Odysseus is not home. Then you have the story of Odysseus, which is a 20-year journey. And the villain in that is up to interpretations. But of course, if you know a little bit about Greek mythology, you're going to have Circe the witch, you're going to have Cyclops, you're going to have Calypso, you're going to have the mermaids, the sirens, etc., etc. Also, you got the infamous Trojan horse and Troy, and one of my favorite characters, Agamemnon. I think I said it right, probably not, but the reason I really love him is because that costume is insane. The aura that it creates, he's not in the movie that long, but he leaves a lasting impression, and that Trojan horse scene is incredible. So let's get more into the movie. I had to watch it twice. The first time I saw it, over the weekend, saw it in IMAX. Haven't had the chance to see it in 70mm because it's sold out even to this day. But yeah, I saw it in IMAX, and it was sensory overload. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't know much about Homer's Odyssey. I've heard about the Cyclops. I heard about the mermaid. I heard about Troy and the horse. And, I heard the name Calypso because of Pirates of the Caribbean. But the story itself is like if I was told for the first time, fresh eyes. And as I mentioned before, I'm a Christopher Nolan fan, high expectations. So the first time I saw it, I wasn't really sure what to think. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, I need to watch this movie again. So I waited 2 days and I went again to watch it in IMAX. And the second time, once I knew the story, what was happening, the movie is incredible. And you gotta go to the theater and watch it. IMAX ideally. But at least go to the theater and watch it. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're waiting to stream it, buy it on DVD. When you watch this movie the first time, you gotta go to the movie theater. With every Christopher Nolan movie, this applies, but this one most certainly applies. Because the sound design, the image is just incredible. Now, the cinematography was done by Hoyt van Hoytema. I think I said it right. He's been the cinematographer for Christopher Nolan now for a minute. Since, Wally Spitzer, went to direct the movie, and then, he just been his cinematographer. Maybe Interstellar, maybe Dark Knight Rises, but now for like a good minute, a good decade. And he does a great job. And the thing that is amazing about this movie is it was shot entirely in IMAX, which a lot of people thought it could never be done. Even Christopher Nolan in some interviews has said like it's impossible to shoot an entire movie in IMAX because the IMAX camera makes so much noise, you cannot even, shoot dialogue with it. It's going to interfere with the dialogue. So if you watch his previous movies where he implements IMAX, you'll notice that some scenes are in IMAX and some scenes are in 35mm. That's because of the noise it creates. But a new technology was created, and short term they called it the blimp. Essentially, they put the IMAX camera inside a noise diffuser. Now, that thing made it look like a refrigerator, like a mini refrigerator. But it allowed for them to shoot the entire movie in IMAX. Now, it was so big, and I've seen images that sometimes just to match eye lines, they had to put mirrors in the camera so the actors could look at each other. But boy, it was incredible. And yeah, you gotta watch it. Now, the second thing. With all Christopher Nolan movies, epic score is created, an iconic score. And the first time I saw it, I really didn't pick up the Ludwig Göransson, I think I said it right, probably not, score. But the second time I saw it, definitely picked up. And he creates a very haunting score. The score for the Sirens is amazing. It's just out of this world. The score he created with the Sirens and what he did with the flute and the strings for the Sirens is just incredible. So one thing, I'm a big Hans Zimmer homer. I love his scores. And I love when Christopher Nolan and him collaborated. So when Christopher Nolan started working with Ludwig, I was like a little, I don't know about this. But the track record holds what he's created for Tenet, what he's created for Oppenheimer, and now what he's created for Odyssey. Now let's talk about the acting. Matt Damon, that's what Matt Damon does. Very stoic, great performance, no complaints. Anne Hathaway, she did great. The second time I saw it, I appreciated it even more. She was very good. She was, like the second time, I'm like, damn, she's acting her ass off. Now, Tom Holland, I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I saw it, wasn't a big fan. Second time I saw it, I realized it wasn't really Tom Holland who I didn't like. It was more the character. He wasn't my favorite character in the movie, but he didn't hold the movie back. When he appeared on screen, he wasn't like, oh, what is he doing there? And he has like an emotional scene in the beginning where, you know, he's forced to leave home. And I think his performance was very strong. Now, Robert Pattinson. He's becoming one of my favorite actors in the game right now. His performance was incredible. He was a vile character, but man, did he act his ass off. And if you check Twitter, the number one trending thing is one of his lines and the way he delivers it. Because hey, man, I'm still quoting like a scene at the end that's not even the one that is trending on Twitter right now. But Robert Pattinson, man, you're still Edward, but you were incredible. Corey Hawkins, you also did your thing. Other great performance, Samantha Horton as Cersei the Witch. That whole sequence, in my opinion, is the wildest. Now, you got the Cyclops, you got the Sirens, you got the wormhole, you got the underworld and Hades. But man, they did their thing. But to be honest, everybody did their thing. Himesh Patel, the second in command. I really like him as an actor. Great alongside Matt Damon. To be honest, it's a really, really good movie. So my rating is, go to the theater and watch it in IMAX. This is my first review, so I really don't have, you know, a rating system. I'm thinking, don't watch it, stream it, discount Tuesdays, go to the theater, or watch it in IMAX. If I'm telling you watch it in IMAX, I want you to spend top dollar to get the real experience. And that's what you have to do with Odyssey. You have to get the real experience. Pay top dollar. As a matter of fact, the movie's already tracking to make $1 billion in the worldwide box office. Probably gonna exceed that. I'm just being, you know, careful with my numbers. It has already made almost 400 million in the world box office. And as I'm filming this right now, it's a Saturday. So we still don't know the numbers of the second weekend, but it's probably gonna be up there because word of mouth is pretty good. So yeah, go watch Odyssey. Go watch it in IMAX. Trust me. If you don't like it, then just leave a comment. If you love it, leave a comment. Nonetheless, leave a comment. And when you go see it, you're going to see why I love Agamemnon so much. Because the guy, he's aura farming throughout the entire movie. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like it. Leave a comment. Subscribe. I don't know. Let me know in some sort of sign that I'm doing something right. And I'll see you later for more reviews. I'm Alejandro. And one thing, I'll always give you an honest review.